there was a thing going on where they're calling them Zoomers. It's just the younger, like teenage kids and younger, um, are going in, and it's kind of becoming a TikTok trend, or or a challenge. I don't know whatever want to call it, but it's called a hashtag Gentle Minions, where these guys are dressing up in suits and going to the minion shows and bringing a bunch of bananas. There's a bunch of people cosplaying, and and they're just like basically terrorizing the theater. So this is one of the TikToks that somebody played. It's kind of loud, so I won't blast it. But yeah, it said went to the Minions Rise Grew and they threatened to kick us out. Feel free to enjoy the show. So as the hear him screaming. You are so jacked. Just loud screaming, standing up, clapping nonstop.
I'm just imagining if I was there, the first couple times I would have let it go.
It wasn't
if my babies came and said to me like, "Daddy, where are we going?"
People were throwing bananas.
And then people started throwing bananas, which is, I think, crossing the line. I was like,
Well, Minions. Minions, what's happening? Let's get out of here.
Crew, what are we going to do now?
And then the cops were called. Let me get that last part. Yeah, so the cops were called. Everyone got kicked out. People were throwing bananas at people in the theater. So they were throwing bananas at people in the theater. I have this article here that says they were throwing bananas at the screen, but I'm assuming not everyone has that good of an arm. So sure, some people in the front got hit in the head, which I would have lost my shit. I would have been pissed. So not TikTok, it's the devil. Yeah. So I mean, this is definitely not helping that case. But we had the CEO Adam said in a tweet, he goes, "As a shareholder, I wanted to bring this to your attention. Moviegoers kicked out for simply applauding and expressing excitement for the new Minions Rise of Gru movie. When screaming and cheering was allowed for Spider-Man, or it's the CEO Adam.
This is two CEO
and others. Yeah. I don't think this is like not an actual person, but
that's just the CEO Adam. Like I'll say, if I was there and you were just cheering, I probably would let that go. If at any point in time you started cursing or throwing things and my children felt unhappy, you would have to deal with a very big guy being very unhappy with you. And it wouldn't have gone very well. It'll be like on those little TikTok videos. You see a kid just gets thrown from the fifth row. You see, yeah, that's what will happen. I'm pretty sure.
This time it won't be a pillow person.
So, did you just throw him? Yeah, I'm gonna throw the next person. You keep on playing. Sit down.
So I was in one of these theaters. They got hashtag Gentle Minioned. I know we were talking a little bit before we were live, but when we started walking to the theater, it's an AMC. We went to one of the dine-in ones, just because we like it, and like this one doesn't need to be seen in like Dolby or IMAX, so I didn't really care.
Dolby for this, it's crazy.
Yeah, I know. So we went in, and as we were walking in, there was a bunch of teenage kids like in suits or in cosplay. I didn't think anything about it because if you ever been to a Harry Potter show during opening, there was a bunch of people in cosplay. If you ever been to like a Spider-Man one, there's a bunch of people in cosplay.
I'll say I will be also in cosplay in Harry Potter. I will have my robe, my scarf. I have a wand upstairs. I have Dumbledore's, and I have Voldemort's. My wife has Harry's.
Nice.
Nice. So yeah. I don't hold grudges for cosplay.
Yeah.
That's me.
So yeah, here Derpy says, I'm pretty sure they weren't real bananas. How could they bring that many bananas in a bag or pocket? When I was there, we sat down. We like to sit towards the end, by the stairs. So, people tend to walk in front of us, and there was one of the kids had a grocery bag, like one of those just regular grocery bags, and I thought it was candy. I thought it was just candy, no big deal, whatever. Now after watching this, I'm like, that was probably bananas. That was probably bananas, and luckily in my theater they weren't thrown. Um, but they did act like that, when that Nicole Kidman trailer came on, which is everyone hates it. Everyone hates it. They were like screaming and booing and like Brio, like screaming like show us Gru, we want minions, Bob, and that was funny. Okay, like okay, I'm not gonna like hate on being goofy at the theaters, especially at this kind of movie. You know, the banana thing would have been too much for me.
Yeah.
But anytime the minions did anything silly, anytime you saw like a butt crack or a butt, they stood up and cheered and stuff. So like I'm like, for me, that was not past that line. They didn't cross any lines. They were acting goofy, whatever, but it wasn't bad.
It's when you get to
that bad.
cursing or
Yeah.
throwing objects. That's when I
Yeah.
like that's when you cross the line.
Yeah,
And then
throwing
if you throw an
objects.
object, I'm going to throw an object. The object will be
Yeah.
you.
Just chuck them down. I need to find that clip. But yeah, in my theater though, I think they were getting a little bit bored at the end, and they were cursing a little bit. Not at the theater, like pretty much amongst themselves. It was like maybe the last 10 minutes or so, if that. I started seeing some like phone lights kind of coming on, like they were recording stuff, and so which they could have been really close to throwing bananas, and it never happened. But Derpy, I saw a shopping bag filled with something, so yeah, they brought it in. I saw it, which is crazy. But yeah, I guess that's the thing,
I don't know. I'm old. That's what I realize. I know I'm old. That's just what it is.
Yeah. The only thing I put it is I'm like, all right, they're teenagers, 16-ish, give or take. So when this movie first came out 12 years ago, they were kids, like 4, 5, 6, 7 years old. Yeah. So they grew up on this stuff. So maybe they're just that into it. My thing was like, there's a lot of them and they're really coordinated. So I figured there must have been like a hashtag going around. I just didn't really care to look into it until I saw this article pop up. So I was like, dang. So it could have got worse. I mean, I probably would have said something. I don't know if they would have been as intimidated by me as they would have been by you.
Oh no. You're intimidating too.
Maybe not anymore, man. I mean, if I lose my gut and get back into shape, maybe 5 years ago, I would be more intimidating. Now I just have a dad bod.
Well, that works. Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was kind of a little bonkers. But you said that didn't happen to you, which was
no.
Yeah.
Walked in the movie theater, all the kids. There was a lot of kids, but they were all real nice. They're families, and then I already told you I saw this twice now.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to think. I don't think I went to the last showing in the theater for this one. It was like 9:15, 9:30 on a Friday night.
No,
so
yeah, the kids are gonna be everywhere doing that. So yeah,
I didn't see that many like young kids, like a family. Like I saw a few people like maybe in our late 20s, early 30s, like me and my girlfriend, kind of. But I don't remember seeing like somebody with a kid.